It's David MadDog Maynard again.
And this is Bobb-z Callahan wearing a purple hat. Well, before we get started, some people did say they wanted to see David MadDog Maynard back in a couple word of advice videos, and as long as my flip cam keeps working and as long as David and I are still in contact for a while, David can be in some word of advice videos.
Yep.
So whoop whoop, whoop whoop. And for today I thought we can make 2 word of advice videos. And for the first one, as you can tell by the title,
Is lost.
How to deal with loss. And I think it's important to remember that while loss is difficult to go through, maybe you've lost something like a possession or a family member, or you had a relationship which just ended.
Yeah.
It happens for
It happens to the best of us.
everyone, really.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of thinking about Star Wars right now, when I don't know what character said it, but it's good to learn how to let go. Because
I think it was Yoda.
I think Yoda said that. It's good to learn how to let go, because let's face it, at some point we're going to have to learn how to let go of several possessions that we have, or several friendships we may have which may not last forever, or a relationship we have, or family members which are a lot older than us. A lot of these things are not going to be in our lives forever. And I just think it's good to know that ahead of time, because it's not as difficult to deal with loss if you know that you're going to go through loss at some point. Have some thoughts on this topic?
Yeah, not much though. 'Cause I lost a lot of people and I really don't know how to cope with it. Still today I'm having trouble coping with it. Maybe you're one of those type of people who just have trouble coping with things.
And you know what? I'd have to say that it's typical for a lot of us to say that we don't know how to deal with loss sometimes. I mean, let's face it, if we lose people or materials that are really close in our hearts, I mean, it's just not going to be simple to say, boom, let's move on from this and be happy with what we have. I mean, it's not simple to deal with losing things, but I think it's also important to remember that while in this life we have to deal with difficult things, such as loss, the next life that comes after this one is not going to be full of all the hardships and loss which make up this life, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And that next life I'm referring to is heaven. I mean, in heaven everything is peaceful and there's no sin, no sorrow, from what we've been told, and I'll believe it. So, just another thought right there as well. This life is going to be difficult, and we're going to lose things that are close to us, or lose people that are close to us, but heaven is a place where we won't have to deal with this kind of stuff. And just remember, I mean, this life of challenges is not going to last forever. So, anything else you'd like to add?
Nope. You pretty much summed it all up.
So, in conclusion, just remember, we are all going to deal with loss, but this challenge is overcomable. And always try to be happy with what you still have. I mean, when you think about it, you still have plenty of other things in your life, just like I do and like David does. We have other friends, other family members, other possessions which can help us, and just other fun opportunities in this life to keep us going. Wouldn't you say?
Yep.
Don't ever forget those people that have passed on or some of those other possessions, which you definitely thought were cool, but at the same time, I mean, don't forget, this life is enjoyable, and dealing with loss is something that you can overcome.
Yep.
I think this is all the advice that we have on this topic. I'm Bobb-z.
This is MadDog Maynard, out.